Heyo everyone, it's AJ, and today we have I was going to say a brand new chapter of Bungo Stray Dogs, but we're in a weird little twilight zone of, we're now into content we've technically seen in the anime, which is going to be very weird for the next few months. But anyway, let's just go with, we have a brand new chapter of Bungo Stray Dogs, woohoo! So, we have 110.5, 110.5, 110.5, however you like to say it. It's just annoying because it's a half chapter anyway, so it's just awkward to say. But we are carrying on from the big cliffhanger that we had last month before it technically got resolved in the last episode of the anime. Yeah, that was a fucking experience, but anyway, I have had thoughts about that, as you will know if you've been on my channel. But we are here to talk about the chapter, because that's more important, because, yay! It's really weird being in, reading this, and then it's like, oh yeah, I've already seen this, but you're new, but then you're also not new, but there is new things. It's going to be weird for the next few ones. Until, this arc is finished and we hit the next one, it's just going to be a weird little twilight zone for us all. Woohoo! But anyway, let's dive in. So we carry on from 110 from last month, where Aya was jumping off and having our Beast Dazai moment because why? Oh why? But, hey-ho. So, she's jumping off, she lands on the table as... It's so weird because we already know that's what happens. This is just weird. But anyway, so we're following through with what we saw, and she jumps on the table. The sword is coming out Bram. Poor Bram, honestly. He really did not, get a choice in this. But good for him. He handled it. But yeah, so Aya, being the best person that she is, gets it done. She gets the job done. And now that the sword is out of Bram, well, she's now fallen. And honestly, bless the joys. I was about to say bless the rains because it's fucking pissing itself down outside. Fucking hell. Anyway, sorry. Bless Harakawa, right? Bringing the goods, because we knew, we were going to get those extra goodies with these manga chapters, because obviously Harakawa, never misses. And, Aya just gracefully falling. Just taking it in. And... we now get, a wee bit more of, why Aya has this, strong sense of justice and whatnot, and wants to just be, a warrior of justice and everything like that, which is her whole kind of shtick and whatnot. And as much as it sucks, given who is our main inspiration, we find out her main inspiration is her dad. Because, obviously, with him being a police officer, has to, is meant to, uphold the laws of justice and whatnot. So, she had always looked up to him for all things and whatnot. But the one thing I really like, and I really hope that this translation is correct, right? But, she goes on to say, it wasn't mum that I looked up to and everything like that. It was you. It was you I admired. Past tense. And I'm like, good. Because obviously their relationship is very fucked up. It's a very abusive father-daughter relationship, which isn't great. So I'm happy with the fact, that sounds really mean, that's just fucked up to say. I'm happy to say it whilst talking about an abusive relationship. Not that, by the way. But the fact that Aya obviously clearly sees that as a 10-year-old, there's obviously their relationship is not right, but she just can't obviously negate the reason why she is who she is. It just shows how complicated abusive relationships can be, because even though yes, her dad is an absolute shitebag, because he is, but it doesn't mean that they can't have some form of a positive influence on yourself. And it hurts reading that because it's very realistic and it hits home. But it's not the greatest, but I'm very happy if that is the translation. If it says, I admired you. Like, the past tense is very important, and I'm very happy that 10-year-old Aya has fucking realised that. Because it would be rather messed up to have Aya still admire him for that, because frankly he does not fucking deserve anything of any of Aya's love. I don't fucking care. He clearly doesn't deserve it. After like Aya obviously explains about why she is the way she is, like why she has such a strong sense of justice and whatnot, we then cut to my favourite arsehole. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I fucking hate the fact I have to deal with him again for a couple more chapters. Alive! I'm sorry. I know everyone nearly changed like after the last episode, but I haven't. I still hate him. So in a couple of months' time, I will get to celebrate his death again, because here we go. Here is Fukuji coming back, and I hate him being alive. I'm sorry if you changed your mind at the end of the episode, right? And you know what? I don't blame you, but I'm stubborn as fuck and I hate him. I still hate him. I don't care. No, I'm not going to go into it. But yeah, I'll probably have the big rant when he dies. I don't know. But anyway, so all the while that like Fukuchi's like on... I was going to say, like, on the phone, but, like, whilst he's using, like, One Order, right? Also, I gotta say, I missed the gamer headset from the anime. See, it kind of took me a second when, it was, like, we had the side panel of him and he's just got the little tiny mic. And I'm just like, no, that's wrong. Because obviously the anime was, like, so close. So I'm just, like, expecting him to have the big gamer fucking headset. So I kind of missed that, but... Anyway, so he's obviously blabbing away. Fukuzawa, like, rising from the dead, just being like, you know what? Nah, I know your weaknesses, bitch. Like, you kind of go like this way, so I'm going to aim for this way. So, he's like, I'm going to find the fucking bloodlust within me, because I need to save everybody, because half my staff is, like, fucking unconscious right now. I don't know what the rest of them are doing, like, and the world's going to shit. And frankly, I can't have that because of you, bitch. So... I'm gonna get up and try and slash it. Woo! Honestly, Fukuzawa in this like moment is just so fucking badass. Fucking love him for it. Like, how... I was about to say, how can I not, given who he's fighting? But I would have said that for anybody, okay? Doesn't matter like who he's fighting. If he did this fight with anyone else, it would still be fucking cool. Okay? I'm not gonna have, like, comments coming after me saying I'm biased because of who he's fighting, okay? He's badass for any... If he was going... I was about to say, I can't really say. I was like, see if it was against Mori, but that doesn't matter either. Because I fucking hate Mori too. See, it was just imagine somebody that I don't hate and it would still be a cool fight. What the fuck is wrong with me today? So it goes out for the tap, we get a slash, and it was like, oh, yes, we get like the little panel, and it kind of looks like, oh, he's got his neck and everything like that, like beautiful, and it's like, nope, you got my arm, bitch, because I knew you were going to do that. It's like, shut up, Fukushi, you didn't know. Well, you probably did, because whilst like Fukuzawa was like, oh yeah, this is like his weakness for like, if he fights like this is like his weak point and whatnot. Because obviously, they grew up together. They're very well acquainted with each other. Like, obviously, they'll know each other's ways, like, of how fighting and whatnot. Kind of like with Dazainji, obviously, how they fucking know each other's and fight patterns and stuff like that. But obviously, this is a more grander scale, because it's like, they've had decades to... Not like, well, less than a decade. But, yeah, so we're like, great! This is not going well, because Fukuji just goes, do you know what, I'm just going to grab your wee wrist and I'm going to stab you again with the fucking OP time sword. But now we get to move on to like the next like 3 pages. I really love these next 3 pages, because it's just like these like full page panels essentially, but it's like 2 panels, but they fill up the whole page. And it's just like cutting between little points. And I just love them. Like, they're just so good. Like, personally, I just really love like how it's like portrayed. So we start off with Aya falling so gracefully, like beautifully falling, just like eyes closed, nothing, like just literally resigned herself to her fucking death. Like, fucking Aya, man. I really hate looking at that because it's like, you should not be this comfortable, hen. Like, no, stop it. Stop having your beast does I moment. We can't have that. So we get in the wee panels of her falling and just showing how far she's fallen. And then the next page is like 2 panels of Adagawa and Achishi, like, but it's slightly before the last panel we saw of them, because the last panel was Atagawa like just about going for the bite on Achishi. So this is just before that moment, because we see like a bit of a closer up and it's just Atagawa just holding Achishi, and then the next second one is further away because in the corner we see Aya. So it obviously just shows you how close their fight was to like where Aya's fucking falling, which then makes sense for what will be coming essentially maybe in the next chapter or the chapter after that, which makes sense. So we get that little like viewpoint of the fact that there's 2 people or 2 sets of people essentially in this one picture, just to show the grand scheme of everything that's going on in this fucking area. And then the next page, on the 3rd page, we get 1 panel of the stabbing, just like, great, here we go again. And then we're going back to Atagawa and Achishi with the fucking bite tease again. Although, slightly different angle. Not as poignant as the one from the last chapter, like at the beginning. So, interesting. But anyway, it's really weird, like, when you reflect on this and it's like, because I know what's coming, it's weird. It's gonna be I'm sorry, I keep rambling about it, just ignore me. But anyway, doesn't matter. We're cutting back to Fukuzawa because Fukuzawa obviously is being the badass in this fucking chapter, and he's just like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna fight you anyway, despite you've just stabbed me again. And Fukuzawa just went like, how are you still fighting me? How? I just love that like Fukuzawa is just basically like, hey, I now have your OP sword. I'm going to make sure you don't get to back out of me. I'm just going to let it live here. So I now have the higher ground because now you're not as powerful now without it, because you're like, there is now a chance to take you down because I now have your OP sword. Like, you can't do anything. So it's like, I have the higher ground. And he's like, right. I love like that Fukuzawa just goes like, does the fake out to try and go get the dagger, because Fukuji's just like, oh no, I'm gonna beat you to that dagger, breaks the dagger, and then Fukuzawa just be like, haha, gotcha bitch, wasn't planned to do that, and then just fucking slashes him with the sword that's in him. It's fucking in him. Like, then we just get that lovely end page with, Fukuzawa getting a proper hit on Fukuji. Yes! Not me being biased, and I was like, yes! Cut the bitch! Oh, but yeah, so there we go. There is the end of the chapter, ending on such a glorious thing for myself personally. But yeah, I'm loving the fact that we're getting like slightly more details, as I kind of suspected. Like, obviously this is manga, we usually get more details than the anime does, especially because Bones just like to rush through like everything. But yeah, it's just nice getting like the wee extra details, obviously, with Aya and everything like that. So I'm hoping in the next coming few chapters we'll get a lot more details about how the fuck this arc ended, because what the fuck, man. What the fuck. Generally, I still think it went way too quickly, but anyway, that's a personal thought. But I can understand why Bones wanted to try and wrap it up like that, but it's still a fucking pain. Because who knows how long these chapters are going to be going on until we get like the new stuff going into the new arc and finding out what the fuck actually happened at the end of that episode. But anyway, so let me know your wee thoughts down below about if you enjoyed this chapter, because obviously now that everyone is on the same page and we're now just rereading essentially what we've saw, like what we've all seen. Like, how are you feeling? Because it's a very weird thing, personally. Like, it's a weird sense of deja vu and a wee bit like Twilight Zone, and it's like, what is going on here? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still fucking enjoying it, because, like, essentially, what happens in the manga is, like, the true story, because obviously this is the main source of, like, the story. So, it's interesting to see what was translated from Asagiri to Bones, and, like, this is how I want this arc to end. But obviously, we get those extra little details, especially with, like, Harakawa just, like, taking over, and it's like, yes, we're going to get those goods. Like, mwah. But yeah, so anyway, let me know your wee thoughts. I'll always love them. And well, we will be back next month with chapter 111, 111. And oh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. Especially like how things are going to go. And like how long they're going to take. I'm predicting it's going to be about half a year until we get to the next arc. But some people are thinking we're going to get new stuff by like December. And I'm thinking, oh, that's a bit presumptuous, I think. I think that's a bit too eager. But I'm kind of, well, who knows. Given the fact that like the anime towards the end was covering like 5 chapters, like almost an episode. And given that the last episode was a whole, almost wholly original episode for us. Because it was new content that we had never seen. That's like, what, 5 months? But if we get half chapters and then it's like extended for some of them, who knows? It all depends on like what Asagiri and Harakawa have got like all dished up and whatnot. So yeah, I think it would be nice if it was wrapped up in December. So then when it came to January, it would be like new year, new arc. But who knows? We'll just wait and see, because we will be here monthly anyway, because that's not changing. So yeah, so I'll be back next month with that, and we will have the other 15 chapter at the end of the month. So there is still Bungo content to come, even if the anime is over, and I will have other things hopefully coming out. I do have other things planned. Trust me. I will get them out as soon as I can. It's just the worst time of year for me because it's fucking Christmas now with my job, and it fucking sucks. Yay. Fuck. So they'll be coming out anyway. The chapters do not like stray anyway because they happen no matter what. Other stuff, we'll get to that. But anyway, I have my big ass playlist as always if you like Bungo Shredder's content. And if you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. I would love that. I love all your little comments. It's fucking great. And it's just a joy to fucking read. But yeah, so we'll be back with all the other manga reviews and whatnot. And yeah, we'll see what the future holds for this series. So yeah, anyway, until next time, I'm AJ, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh my god. That was such a fucking shite video. What the fuck me? That is so bad. So fucking bad.